All right, guys, it's your boy Josh back again with another video. Today, we are talking about the iPhone 17 versus the iPhone Air. But yeah, I've used these two phones exclusively, coexistingly, and I have to say this year, the iPhone 17 series is the best iPhone series Apple has ever made, bar none. I don't think there has been a model made that have ever been this close to being this good. Let's start with the iPhone Air. This iPhone Air has been an absolute joy to use. And what I want to know is like, hey, me as an average guy, should I end up buying an iPhone Air or an iPhone 17? Because like whenever you look at these two devices, they are really different. Look at the thicknesses here. Look at the difference in thickness between these two phones. The iPhone Air is just a different class in terms of design and feel. I want to know, should I spend the extra $200 and get the iPhone Air when they have the amazing iPhone 17 sitting right next to it? And then when you look at performance, one thing I want to talk about very quickly is the signal strength abilities of both devices. The iPhone Air actually comes with Apple's C1X modem, which I have noticed a huge increasement in signal strength and speed using this particular device. I noticed that out of all of the iPhone 17s I tested, the standard 17 just does not get as good signal strength as the other devices. This particular connectivity is honestly game changing. I get faster speeds and better connectivity in areas than I do with the standard iPhone 17. And that goes back to all of the previous iPhones and Android devices as well. So this device having Apple's new C1X chip is a big difference. Yeah, looking at typical performance, they perform identically. Whether you're swiping around the operating system, whether you're opening applications, whether you're gaming, I personally don't notice a difference. Now, of course, this does have the Pro chip, but I feel like Apple downclocked it in order to get good battery life on this device compared to the standard A19. But in typical sense, you won't notice a difference between these two devices. And then whenever you look at the designs, so when you hold these two phones, it's funny because the weight, like the iPhone 17 is heavier, but it's not much heavier. Like this phone, the iPhone Air, is obviously much thinner than the iPhone 17. But whenever you look at the weight, there isn't that big of a difference. Now, the iPhone 17 is using titanium, so that will explain why it's so much heavier. That will explain why this device still has a good amount of heft to it. Like it doesn't feel cheap at all. But whenever you look at the iPhone 17, this is the best design, in my opinion, of an iPhone. It has the perfect weight. I think it honestly has a really good thinness as well, for a normal device. And this green color is just a show stopper. I think in the iPhone Air, if I were to have bought the black version, I would have liked this design a little bit more. But this green speaks to me in a different way on this iPhone 17. Overall, it just feels really good in hand. And of course, you get the 6.3 inch size versus the 6.5 inch size on the iPhone Air. So if you are somebody who likes bigger screens, I would definitely maybe look at the iPhone Air. You can tell a difference between the 6.5 and the 6.3. And honestly, the 6.5 inch screen is the perfect middle ground for an iPhone. Like it's not too big like the Pro Max is, and it's not too small like the standard Pro or the standard iPhone 17. So I really, really like this 6.5 inch display. And of course, they're both absolutely beautiful with this extremely thin bezel design that are absolutely symmetrical. You've got the smooth, consistent dynamic island. The phones look absolutely gorgeous in hand. And I feel like for most people, like whenever you go to a store and look at these two phones, I feel like the people that are buying the iPhone Air are people that are coming from a larger Pro Max device, as an example, or a larger Android device. And whenever they pick up this phone, they're just like, holy smokes. I don't feel like you get the holy smokes feel coming from a standard iPhone, unless you have like super thick case on it or something. It just doesn't feel as dramatic of a difference unless you're coming from a larger iPhone, if that makes sense. Just because this phone is so light, and that goes for all of the, the iPhone 12, 13, 14, 15, etc. So take that for what it's worth. Looking at the displays are the exact same displays. Like I said, this phone's a 6.3 inch versus a 6.5 inch, but they both are absolutely gorgeous, get up to 3000 nits of brightness, and they both have the anti-reflective abilities that I definitely do notice. So Looking at the displays themselves, I would not make my decision based on the size necessarily, unless you want the perfect size iPhone, which honestly to me is the iPhone Air. Okay, the part everybody wants to talk about is the battery. The batteries to me are identical on both of these phones, which is wild because, like I said, look at that design there. One phone is way thinner. I think Apple downclocked the CPU and the GPU a little bit and gave it the C1X modem in order to get this phone really good battery, honestly. I get a full day of use on this device, whether I am on cellular, Wi-Fi, it doesn't matter. I can start the day at 7 o'clock in the morning and end the day with barely a percentage left, but it does get me through the day the majority of the time. Now, I will say, since I don't use this phone as my content creation device phone, that could be one of the reasons I can get an entire day with it. But I think for the normal consumer, an entire day of battery life. And I had an identical experience with the standard iPhone 17 as well. So if you thought like, hey, I'm going to pick up the standard iPhone 17 because I am going to get better battery life, me personally, it's the exact same. And the part where the iPhone 17 actually destroys the iPhone Air is in the speaker quality department. So whenever you're watching a YouTube video, right? I'm watching a YouTube video on both phones. The iPhone 17's speakers annihilate the iPhone Airs. For one, the iPhone Air only comes out of the single speaker. So videos actually sound weird whenever you're listening to it because the audio is focused in one direction. I don't like that. It's weird. I had one of my buddies at work where I played the phone in front of him with a YouTube video and he couldn't believe how the phone sounded. Not so bad, but so weird whenever he was listening to it. Then the iPhone 17, like, this phone sounds good, man. It sounds like a pro iPhone. The speakers on here are amazing. The iPhone Air comes with a single 48 megapixel camera, and the iPhone 17 comes with a standard lens that's 48 megapixels, and then you also get an ultra wide lens that is also 48 megapixels. Now the two main lenses are exactly the same. They're both 48 megapixels. They are both the exact same camera. But you get that extra usability with the ultra wide lens on the iPhone 17. And not only that, but the video recording is very similar. But I noticed on the iPhone 17, you can actually shoot 4K cinematic video. And on the iPhone Air, you can't shoot cinematic video at all. Now me, I personally enjoy using cinematic video. I'm not using cinematic video right now to record this video. Actually, this video is being recorded on the front-facing camera on the iPhone 17 Pro using that new orientation. So you have that ability to shoot an ultra wide, whether it's for videos or for photos. The ultra wide lens is highly usable. And on both cameras, you can zoom up to 10x zoom, and that's the same on both cameras. So if you're somebody who shoots a lot of video, I would definitely go with the standard iPhone 17 because not only do you get the cinematic video mode that shoots in 4K 30, just like the Pros, but since this phone is wider, or should I say, since this phone is thicker and has arguably better cooling abilities, this phone is going to be better in terms of shooting video. And then of course, both phones get the front-facing camera abilities. So yeah, guys, these phones are pretty even overall. I think when it comes to that extra $200, that's where the questions really come in. I think you really have to decide, like, do I want an iPhone Air versus, hey, I just need a new iPhone. When people walk in the store and see an iPhone 17 versus the other phones, they're just gonna say, hey, just give me the newest iPhone. I don't really care. Especially now that this has a 120 hertz display. I think that this is an excellent phone for like 90% of people. But if you are a person who enjoys something new, something different, something gorgeous and beautiful and crafted meticulously, and that is something new and fresh from Apple, I can highly recommend the iPhone Air. I know $1,000 is tough for a new phone, especially knowing that the cameras aren't the highest quality in terms of zoom and no ultra wide, of course. Knowing that the phone is this thin, knowing that, you know, depending on who you are, the battery may not be enough, although they do have that battery pack for one, and for two, like I said, the battery's honestly not bad. Are the trade-offs on this phone actually worth, for one, paying more for it? For two, is it worth having a phone this thin to lose those features? Especially the speaker. The speakers to me are the reason why I like the iPhone 17 more. Like overall, like the main reason. Yeah, let me know down below what you all think. I know a lot of you all in my iPhone Air video said you picked up the iPhone Air. So if you did, let me know how you are enjoying it. So yeah, if you watched this entire video, leave a comment down below with an alien emoji, just so I know who watched the entire video. But yeah, for me, I'm sticking with the iPhone 17, man. I like this phone better overall, and it saves $200 in my pocket, which is great. And I get the most amazing color of all time, the sage green. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.